Why do some people bounce back from failure while others crumble at the first sign of difficulty? Why does one student persist through challenging math problems while another gives up immediately? The answer lies not in talent, intelligence, or luck, but in something far more powerful and malleable, what psychologist Albert Bandura called self-efficacy. This single concept has revolutionized our understanding of human motivation, achievement, and resilience, revealing that what you believe about your abilities matters more than your actual abilities themselves. Albert Bandura's self-efficacy theory, developed in the 1970s, centers on a deceptively simple premise. Your belief in your capability to execute behaviors necessary to produce specific performance attainments fundamentally determines whether you'll even attempt those behaviors in the first place. Self-efficacy isn't about being overconfident or having high self-esteem. It's about having realistic confidence in your ability to handle specific tasks and challenges. Think of it as your internal assessment of whether you can pull off what needs to be done. Bandura identified that self-efficacy beliefs influence every aspect of human functioning. They determine how much effort you invest in activities, how long you persist when confronting obstacles, how resilient you are in the face of adversity, and even how much stress you experience in taxing situations. People with strong self-efficacy approach difficult tasks as challenges to master rather than threats to avoid. They set challenging goals, maintain strong commitment to them, and quickly recover their sense of efficacy after failures or setbacks. But here's where Bandura's theory becomes truly fascinating. He discovered that self-efficacy beliefs are built through 4 distinct sources of information. The most powerful source is what he called mastery experiences, essentially your track record of past successes and failures. When you succeed at something, especially something difficult, your self-efficacy for similar tasks increases. When you fail, it typically decreases, unless you've already developed a robust sense of efficacy through previous successes. The second source is vicarious experiences, or learning through observing others. When you see someone similar to yourself succeed at a task, your own self-efficacy for that task increases. This is why representation matters so profoundly in education, business, and sports. Seeing others like you achieve something makes it feel possible for you too. Conversely, watching similar others fail can undermine your confidence. Verbal persuasion forms the third source, encompassing the encouragement, feedback, and coaching you receive from others. While less powerful than direct experience, skilled verbal persuasion can help you mobilize greater effort and sustain it when problems arise. However, empty praise or unrealistic encouragement can backfire, especially if it leads to failures that could have been avoided. The fourth source involves physiological and emotional states. Bandura recognized that people partly judge their capabilities based on somatic information conveyed by their physiological arousal. If you interpret physical tension, fatigue, or anxiety as signs of inability, your self-efficacy decreases. But if you frame these same sensations as natural responses that can be managed, your confidence remains intact. The real-world applications of self-efficacy theory are staggering in their scope and impact. In education, teachers who understand self-efficacy know that helping students experience genuine success builds not just competence but confidence to tackle increasingly difficult material. They create graduated challenges that stretch students without overwhelming them, and they help students interpret temporary failures as learning opportunities rather than evidence of inability. In healthcare, self-efficacy theory has transformed how we approach behavior change. Patients with strong self-efficacy for managing their diabetes, following exercise regimens, or adhering to medication schedules have dramatically better health outcomes. Effective interventions now focus on building patient confidence through skill development, peer support, and helping people reinterpret physical symptoms. The business world has embraced self-efficacy theory in leadership development and team performance. Organizations invest in building employee self-efficacy through mentorship programs, graduated responsibilities, and creating cultures where intelligent failures are viewed as learning experiences. Research consistently shows that employees with higher self-efficacy perform better, innovate more, and show greater resilience during organizational changes. Perhaps most powerfully, understanding self-efficacy gives us tools for personal transformation. You can deliberately cultivate stronger self-efficacy by seeking out mastery experiences, finding appropriate role models, surrounding yourself with encouraging but honest feedback, and learning to interpret your emotional and physical responses more adaptively. The beauty of Bandura's theory is that it reveals self-efficacy as learnable and changeable throughout life. Bandura's self-efficacy theory ultimately teaches us that human agency, our capacity to exercise control over our lives, is neither fixed nor mysterious. It's built through specific, identifiable processes that we can understand, measure, and deliberately influence. In a world that often feels overwhelming and unpredictable, this theory offers both explanation and hope, showing us that our beliefs about our capabilities can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Subscribe to Psychology. Theories Explained for more insights into the minds that shaped our understanding of human behavior.